Dzień dobry, good morning, everybody. I'd like to begin with a prediction. And the prediction is for you guys. So here, it's October 2025. But 20 years ago, like she just mentioned, I was in your shoes in 2005. Oh, is this better?
Yeah, much better.
Thank you, I appreciate that. And 20 years ago in 2005, I was very much so in your shoes, your seats. 20 years ago in 2005, I graduated from Anders. And now I wonder to myself, in 20 years in the future, in 2045, I have a prediction that some of you in this auditorium will in fact be in my shoes. You're going to be on a stage and a microphone talking to the next generation. And I look forward to that. I look forward to that a great deal. My name is Daniel Wozniczka. My patients just call me Dr. Dan. And if you're asking yourself, do they call you Dr. Dan instead of Dr. Woźniczka because your last name's hard to pronounce? Yes, that's obviously why. Very much so the case. I'm a hospital medicine doctor in Evanston. So I see patients that by definition are hospitalized. They are too sick to go back home, and we have to keep them in the actual hospital. So I see patients in the emergency room, in the medical wards, and in the ICU. I also train residents and medical students. It's a beautiful thing. It's a very rewarding thing to see somebody as a fourth-year medical student, and then you train them to go forward through residency and to be a full-fledged doctor. As she mentioned, I did my schooling at Northwestern in Evanston, went to Jagiellońskim in Krakow for med school, did UIC for my residency training, my MBA, and my MPH. However, I'd like to sort of change gears a little bit because I don't really want to talk too much just about myself. So I want to kind of go off script if we can. Because when we talk about our successes and our careers, we have like a whole CV. We talk about our alma maters, what our publications were, what we've accomplished, things of that nature. But the thing I really want to talk to you guys about is how much Polonia, this community we have here, has helped me succeed the way I have. It's a topic that I think really is not discussed as frequently or as loudly as it should be. This community, for the past 20 years and my entire life, has supported me every single step of the way. I remember distinctly being a college student, needing to get shadow hours on my CV so I can apply for medical school. Well, guess what we did? I found Polish doctors to shadow. Doctors that previously would not take any college students to shadow, but they hear you're Polish, they're like, yeah, send them over, I'll take them. And that story is repeated around the community. It's not just myself. One of my closest friends back in college 20 years ago, he needed shadow hours with Polish doctors, and he needed a specific type of doctor, an orthopedic surgeon. And in turn, we found him a Polish orthopedic surgeon. He shadowed him at Rush. And 20 years later, guess what happened? He's a doctor, went through medical school. Sure enough, he became an orthopedic surgeon. And guess what hospital he's working at? The same one he shadowed back in the day. The support here is profound. When I was in medical school itself in Krakow, it really was the Polish community that convinced me to pursue medical education in Poland. All of my pre-med advisors at Northwestern, they really talked me out of it. They were saying things like, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea, Daniel. You might lose a lot of prestige, you might have to go abroad, it might be risky for your career. Far from it. The Polish doctors, they really spoke the truth about the healthcare system, the education system, the mountains of debt that we go into in this country to train our students. And in Krakow, I was able to have a fantastic education. I was able to come back here with that same support. And then same thing, when I was a medical student in Krakow, I had to do rotations here in the US to try to build my CV. Guess who I turned to? Of course, this same community of Polonia. I had doctors at Loyola and Rush and Cook County help me get rotations, write me letters of rec to get a residency at UIC. Every single step of the way in which we go through our careers, this community has been there for me. And I look upon all of you guys, and I look forward to what the future will bring for you as well. Right now, you're in high school, and you have this perception of the Polonia community based upon high school, obviously. But in a couple of years, you're going to be in the workforce, and this community is going to do amazing things for you. In 10 years from now, no one's going to ask you to recite Pantadeusz. No one's going to make sure you know uzamknięte or otwarte. No one's going to talk to you about the exact year Bolesław Choroby or Mieszko I came along. But this community of amazing people that we have here will be with you every step of the way. The same exact way that this community was here for me. And it's a wonderful thing that all of you have to look forward to. And we really don't talk about this enough. This is a beautiful, amazing community here in Chicago. We very much so built the northwest side of Chicago. And I mean that figuratively because of the large socioeconomic, geopolitical, cultural things we've contributed to this city. But I mean that also literally because of all the Polish contractors in the 20th century. We built the northwest side. And we always have this thing where, back in the day, this Polonia community, we really tried to bridge the gaps between Chicago and Poland. You know, for good reason. We had this amazing cultural connection between us. And we always tried to make sure the next generation were to make sure we knew about communism, about what happened in World War II. And we still very much so keep that in our blood today. We teach that. But this is not your granddaddy's Polonia anymore. The Polish-American community in Chicago is incredibly much stronger, much better organized now than it was 20 years ago when I was a student. And in turn, Poland itself is doing incredibly well. I have my little cheat sheet here. Give me a quick second. So back when I graduated in 2005, the GDP of Poland was 300 billion. Now it's $1 trillion. The GDP per capita, 8,000 US dollars. Now $28,000. Defense spending was 1.9 of GDP. Now it's 4.5. Poland is an economic and military powerhouse in Europe, and it's getting stronger and stronger. And in turn, the same way that Poland has grown the past 20 years, so too have we here in Polonia in Chicago. Before, the community was all about the baby boomers and the Gen X trying to bridge the gap. Now the millennials are rising in this community, and we're doctors, we're lawyers, we're politicians. We have this amazing diverse group of people, and that we want very much so, all of you, to have the same success we have, and even further. I said at the beginning, I made a prediction that all of you, in the next 20 years, one of you is going to be up here on a stage talking about your experience, what Polonia has done for you. I can't wait to hear that speech. I wonder which one you might be, actually. It'd be kind of fun. The next 20 years, we keep on growing here in Chicago also. A lot of you guys have heard about the Polish Heritage Corridor on Milwaukee Avenue. What amazing things are we going to do on the Northwest Side? And it's not going to be built for you. We're going to build it with you, especially once you guys transition from school to the workforce. Why can't we have pierogi food trucks going up and down Milwaukee Avenue in the Polish Heritage Corridor? Why can't we have fusion pierogi companies of chorizo, Mexican Polish, or kimchi Polish, Korean? There's so much opportunity here for us. And in the same exact way that the millennials have stood on the shoulders of the generations before us, we invite all of you to stand on our shoulders as well. Tomorrow's my seminar. I cordially invite every single one of you who has any interest whatsoever in healthcare. If you want to be a doctor, you want to be a nurse, you want to be a pharmacist, you name it, come to my seminar tomorrow. We'll give you all the ins and outs of how to prepare yourself for the future, but not just that, how much the Polish community will help you succeed. This is an amazing community, and I really think that as you transition away from the high school into your workforce, you're going to appreciate it a little bit differently. And whatever discipline you guys want to go into, we'll be there for you. This is a great times ahead for this community. Okay? My name again was Daniel Wozniczka, or Dr. Dan. Thank you for having me. God bless America. God bless Poland. Let's have a great conference, guys.